Hi team, good morning everyone. So coming to the today's class, so welcome to everyone for the development classes. Am I audible to everyone? Am I audible to everyone clearly?
Yes, Venkat.
Yes, Venkat.
Yes, Venkat, you are.
Yeah, fine. So coming to the today's class, I've been starting the development from the past classes which I discussed admin part, with the different types of scenarios, with the different types of concepts, and also I discussed about like objects, fields creation, relationships, sales cloud, service cloud, and also I discussed about live web chat, omni-channel, and also I discussed about data automation tools, reports and dashboards, email templates, data migration tools. Okay, these are all the different types of concepts which I had been discussed in my previous classes. Coming to the today's class, I've been starting about the development classes and also I implemented different types of real-time scenarios. So I had been shown in the classes. In the simultaneously, let me try to teach this development also the same pattern. So coming to, I can understand. Coming to admin part, so we need to navigate. So coming to admin part, we need to navigate from one navigation step to another navigations like that. But coming to development, no need of navigations. Okay, so here you need to understand the logic. That is a main important. But like I feel that so many people are fear. Coding is very difficult. Anyone have any fear like that? I did not share the screen, Nagaraj. I'll share. Yes. Anyone have any fear like coding is very difficult like that?
Yes, Venkat.
Anyone from the class?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, Venkat,
Yes,
yes.
Venkat.
So many people, I seen the message like coding is very difficult, coding is very difficult like that. Any other have some difficulties like that? Yeah, frankly speaking, yeah, like if it's a developer means 80 to 90% of the code you can find in the Google. If it's a configuration means entirely you need to implement from the scratch. Just you need to copy paste the development. Yeah. Development is more easy as compared to coding. Yeah, like I mean that development is more easy as compared to configuration part. Configuration part. I mean, I got starting when they joined the class, Aronika, Swapna, and Pooja also told that sir, coding is very difficult. No, Pooja, am I audible to you?
Yes, Venkat.
Coding is not difficult, Pooja. Coding is easy as compared to configuration. Okay, why I'm saying this point, I'll tell you. For example, if it's a coding, okay, if you pasted that particular user story in the Google, you can identify the 80 to 90% of the code. You can modify some minimal things. But coming to configuration, you need to implement it from scratch. You need to implement it from scratch. Our Salesforce has 50% of coding and 50% of configuration. Here, the main agenda in real time, I'm saying again, will not write the 1,000 lines of code or 500 lines of code. We'll understand the concept. Whatever you learn the concept from here, just you can apply the concept. Okay, if you copied the code means as per the requirement, if you modify some minimal requirement sometimes, you can copy and paste that particular things. Okay, when you copied and pasted, when you need to change some modifications, that things you need to understand. That's it. Okay, no person is writing 100% of code in the real time. I'm saying again to everyone, everyone. If they're writing 100% of code, no one is developing the things within 1 month or 2 months on that appropriate specified deadline. Every codes are available. Okay, just you need to understand. You need to understand the conceptual understanding. Okay, don't worry. Everything. I'll start from scratch. Okay, from very basic level and try to understand. No need of navigating from one screen to another screen. No need of navigating just only one screen. We are developing some basic to intermediate level to advanced level, step by step. So kindly please understand. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Any questions to anyone? Coding fear. Any questions to anyone?
Yeah, Venkat, I'm Naveen. Good morning.
Yes, Naveen. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah,
I hope
see,
really. Yes, please continue. Yeah.
yeah, you're saying something. Please continue.
Yeah, I seen the progress. Like so many people had practiced a lot, and they posted the screenshots. Really good. Everyone mostly had practiced and they posted the screenshots in the required groups. Yeah. Yes, good. Keep it up. Kindly please follow the same pattern for the development also. Yes, Naveen. Yeah. Please continue.
Yeah, Venkat, actually, yeah, you said that we can just copy the code from the Google.
Yeah,
but
yes, yes.
realistically speaking, but can we depend always on Google?
Yes, of course,
Because
we are implementing. 1 minute, Naveen. Yeah, we are realistic, like we are implementing the codes. Okay, whatever it may be from scratch to advanced level. Okay, like in real time. Okay, when we got a requirement. Yes. Okay, we have multiple websites. Okay, like everyone uses the stack exchange. This is a common pattern. Everyone uses as a senior, most senior architect also. Okay, yeah, yes, Naveen, you can use it. Realistically, you can use it. Okay, either you are from any like experienced person. Yes,
okay, okay,
as a developer they can use, but they need to know how to implement. They need to know how to implement, how to categorize, how much code I need to take, how much code I need to implement this, these things I need to take. I need to know that. If you know all these particular things, sometimes without using Google, even we have implemented multiple codes, you can use that codes also.
got
Okay,
it. Thank
fine.
you.
Thank you. Salesforce development. Okay, deals with Apex programming. Okay, like I told you previously also, 50% of coding and 50% of configurations are being available in the Salesforce. Okay, like we implemented the configurations. Now we are implemented with starting of coding. First of all, everyone I want to say no fear. Leave your fear on coding, and everything is easy. Understand the concept, and we'll start from very scratch. Okay, like so we implemented some destination educational application. So in my Apex, whatever it may be in my previous classes. Okay, and also apart from this, sometimes I use it to involve some real-time examples on with the different types of projects. Okay, like when I'm implementing email templates, whatever it may be, I use it to categorize with the different types of banking examples like that. The same way here also will continue the same pattern. The same pattern, I'm saying that it is also real time project oriented training. The same pattern will continue. Okay, I'm saying again, the same pattern will continue as like an admin. So first of all, okay, I want to convey the main point. So some of the people are fear. Okay, so how the things, where this particular development is being used. Let me open the paint. If my screen is visible to everyone, paint.
Yes, Venkat.
Yes, yes, Venkat.
Yes, Venkat.
Okay, this is an admin. Okay, this is a back end. Okay, this is a front end. Front end had designed using Salesforce LWC. Okay, back end is designed using Salesforce Development Apex program. And it is a the admin database. For example, just imagine you are a finance manager. Okay, like at some of the finance manager, they are searching the data. Okay, like they are keeping some account number and they are searching. They are clicking on submit button. Okay, they are clicking on submit button. Okay, just you are entering some account number 607891. Okay, just I want to get all the details of that appropriate person details. All the person details I need to get. When the user entered, when they clicked on submit. Okay, whatever the data here, account number, it will be sent to the Apex class. And immediately Apex class will retrieve the data from the related data from the backend database. Okay, like we store the appropriate records in previous classes, account object. Immediately the data will be represented to here. Then appropriate data will be printed on the UI, HTML, okay, LWC. This is the process. Everyone able to understand what I'm showing?
Yes, Venkat.
Yes,
Okay,
Pankaj.
this is some UI, just UI I'm saying. Okay, so this is a development. Okay, so inside the development, so we have different types of things. Let me try to start one by one. Okay, like apart from entire development, there are some things are important to learn that particular things. Triggers, asynchronous programming is important. We'll implement the real time these two things. Okay, triggers and asynchronous programming test classes. Okay, to implement this particular thing, we need to learn like some of the basics. Okay, like some of the basics. Let me try to start with the basics. Okay, all basics of Salesforce. Here, the people who are starting from scratch, okay, they can understand. And I'm saying again, no navigating from one screen to another screen. No navigating from one screen to another screen. The people who are not familiar, here you can able to understand the basics. The people who are not familiar, they can be able to get the things. Okay, here. Under basics of Salesforce, coming to basics of Salesforce, I will start with variables, how to declare variables, how to declare the data types. Okay, like for loop, while, do while, and also I will explain about if else statements with the different examples because I can understand some of the people from non-IT background. Okay, I can explain everything and arrays, collections. Okay, list.
Venkat, these concepts all are in Java, right?
Yeah, yes, these concepts have been available in Java. Yeah, but if you don't know Java also, you can survive. That's why I've been explaining all this again. Yes. Okay, like we have list, set, and map. Okay, collections, list, set, and map. And another point I want to convey, like someone will think that like I don't know, I because due to some issues, I had been learned some things in develop admin. Like, is it possible to survive in this particular development? Of course. Okay, inside the Salesforce admin, you need to learn these things. Okay, how to create app objects, app objects, fields. Okay, and another thing is relationships. Relationships, lookup, and master detail. If you done these particular things, means you can easily survive in the development. Okay, you can easily survive in the development. Like, because why I'm explaining these particular things means because what are the things which I'm explaining, it will be helpful for implementing your triggers as well as asynchronous programming, batch, schedule. What are the things? Okay, these are the fundamentals. Okay, if you did not learn this and if you went directly to there, it is very difficult to survive. Okay, if you are like strong in your basics, wherever it may be, you can easily implement it. Okay, so when I'm discussing this particular thing, like in my educational application, so we have a hiring manager object, like a candidate object, a position object, like this. Okay, let's use our objects. Let's use our destination education application here, and deriving each module. Okay, and deriving each module, and also regular assignments are given on each module. And also another point I want to convey that, like in the admin, I given some interview questions. Yeah. Anyone verified that interview questions? On admin part, I
Yes,
given some
Venkat.
interview questions.
Not completely, but we are going through it. I'm going through it.
Yeah. Yes, yes. Please, everyone, I'm requesting everyone, please verify it, study it. And another point I want to convey that in between the classes, sometimes I can ask Teju, what is data security? Just nothing. Why I'm asking this means it will be a revision for you. For example, today Teju does not told. Okay, Shravani had told the answer. Okay, definitely Teju will observe the answer. Again, the next 2 days after Teju, I ask the same question, definitely she will reply. So it will be a quick revision for your interviews. Okay, for everyone, it is a quick revision. So whenever if you done revision, like sometimes I'll ask what is relationships to Ashok. Sometimes I'll ask Kavya. So what is reports and dashboards? Sometimes I'll ask Sirisha. Okay, like what is flows? Sirisha, you know about the flows, all these concepts.
Yes, Venkat.
Okay, then it should be good. Okay, because sometimes like the interactions are also good enough. When we do some interactions, it will be helpful for your interview, and also it will be helpful when you landed your job. As like an admin, the same thing it will be followed for development also. Yeah, and after that, let me try to explain two concepts. But this module is not so important. Yeah, here in Apex program, but I'll explain it. Okay, I'll explain it. I'll explain this concept also under the OOPS concept. What is the full form of OOPS? Anyone knows? Full form of OOPS.
Object-oriented programming.
Object-oriented program.
Programming,
Yes, yes,
object-oriented programming.
yes. Object-oriented programming language.
So do we have any
Uh,
frameworks like?
no, just we can use it triggers and also batch effects to derive all these particular things. Okay, all the backend things, whatever it may be, we can use to learn triggers and these things. We need to use all these things. Okay, then you can understand. Yeah. No need of any external frameworks, whatever it may be. So under this we have class, objects, like relationship between objects. Okay, let's use our destination educational application. Apart from the destination education application, I'll use other things also. I'll show you what I'll use. Yeah, I'll explain. Yeah, I'll show you these things also. Okay, and another point, I think Sirisha and some other people are newly joined today's class. Okay, what are the things which I'm teaching, Sirisha, everyone? Like I'll discuss like this. I'll give the notes. Are you able to see the notes, Sirisha, everyone?
Yeah, Venkat.
It will be useful for your interview point of view, and also it will be useful for your real-time work also. Okay.
Okay.
See, Naveen, I think you asked me now the question. The same snippets you can use it. As per the requirement, you can modify the SQL query. As per the requirement, you can modify some piece of code here, and
Okay.
everything is same. This code is same. You can use the same code. Only this, like I'll tell you that the hints also I'll give you in upcoming classes. So
Okay.
under
Okay.
the OOPS concepts, under the OOPS
So we'll
concepts,
declare objects and variables, right?
yeah, how to create a bulk records. Okay, from your developer console, how to create your bulk records, and also constructor encapsulation. When I'm explaining the encapsulation, I'll take the banking example like that. On each and every scenario, let me try to take different examples. Yeah. Then your knowledge will be enhanced with the different types of projects, not be into a single thing, whatever it may be. I want to convey. And also another thing is abstraction, interfaces. Okay, wrapper classes. Yeah, static and
Polymorphism.
like yeah, polymorphism also I'll explain. Yes. and polymorphism. Yeah.
Also,
These
inheritance
are all
also is there.
inheritance. Yes, yes, inheritance. But in real-time work, we'll not use this. We'll use only triggers and batch effects. These things. Inheritance. Okay. For every concept, I'm saying again to everyone, I'll take my examples. Okay, for your kind understanding, I'll explain the theoretical points first of all. Then I'll go to the developer console. Then I'll take the examples. Yeah. Then you can easily understand the things. Another thing is exceptional handling. This topic is useful. I will ask you one question. Okay, to anyone can answer the question. Even like I think Swati. Swati, am I audible to you? Swati. Swati.
Yes, Venkat.
I'll ask you one question, Swati. For example, just imagine, like, as a developer, you're writing the code, okay? Like,
Okay.
you executed the code, okay? But there are some exceptions have been going to be happen. There are some errors have been going to be happen, okay? You need, as a developer, you need to rectify it or not.
Yes.
Okay, if you want to rectify it, means you need to know you need to know the exact issue where it has been getting the error. Is it correct?
Yes. Yes, Venkat.
Definitely. Okay, so we can use exceptional handling. So here we can use try and catch block, and also in interviews, okay, they will ask you some questions. What are the interview questions they will ask you when on exceptional handling? I'll tell you. Okay, like DML exception. With every exception, I'll give the examples. Null pointer exception and math exception. DML 101 exception.
How
CPU
many
timing.
exceptions we have, Venkat?
Why you not?
So someone asking the question.
No, I
Why
was
you
just
not?
asking how many exceptions do we have in
So we have
coding?
DML list exception. Okay, so we have five exceptions. DML exception, DML 101, and DML belongs to one zone. Okay, query exception, limit exception. Yeah, I'll guide you. No worries. Okay, just I'm writing it one by one.
Venkat,
Limit
404 not
exception.
found exception also is there, right?
No, it is not there here. So it is related to the servers. Okay, when we are fetching the data from the servers, like then we'll get 404, 501, 502, 200 if it's okay. Like whenever we are integrating with external systems, then we'll get the type of exceptions. Here on that appropriate coding, like as a developer, if you are facing issue, to know the exact issue, you have this. Okay, when you're fetching from the external systems or whatever it may, will get this when you're integrating, and also custom exception. There are some more. What is custom exception? I'll ask you. Kamal, am I audible to you? Kamal.
Yes, Venkat.
Kamal, like for example, if you don't have sufficient amount in your account, okay, like if you clicked on bank balance and if you send it, for example, if you have 10,000 rupees but you are sending 20,000 rupees, what is the exception you get?
Insufficient balance.
Yeah, it is a custom exception. Okay, insufficient balance. How the user knows? Okay, like okay, insufficient balance. How the user, if they like for example, if you given some code to appropriate person, then definitely they cannot able to understand. Okay, like it is nothing but a custom exception. Okay, like as a developer, we can create a custom exception and we'll interlink to the LWC component, then we can able to show. Okay, the custom exceptions. I'll show it in future. Yes. And anyone observed that, like when you're filling the order applications or whatever it may be, sometimes when you click on submit, like instead of getting exemption, you'll get some code. Anyone observed that? Anyone observed from the class, like we'll get the code, like with some piece of code. I'm not sure, like here we'll get or not. I think as previous it is rectified. As previous it's rectified. Okay. Yeah, there are some of the custom exceptions are there, like how to handle in when you are going to interviews. They will ask you what are the real-time exceptions you faced, how you handle that particular exceptions. Then people will face the people are blank. They will not get reply. If you did not got reply, they will identify. So he's not an experienced candidate. But our students definitely will not face that issue because I'll give in each and every class. Okay, when I'm discussing exceptional handling, I'll discuss that things. Then fine. How you handled? You can easily tell the things without fear. Then okay. Okay, that interview panel will be cool. Yes. And another thing. So here the things is important. Here the things. Okay, like I'll ask you one question. Like I told you, so the front end we are entering some data. Okay, under the back end. Okay, like whatever it may be. So this is my admin data. Okay, like this is my admin accounts, contacts, opportunities. This is my LWC. Okay, I want to represent all this data here. How I can represent? Anyone knows how I can represent all my records?
Storing in database.
Anyone? Yeah, whatever the records have been there under the database, I want to represent on the front end. Okay, finance manager need to see all the data. How I can represent?
Writing the code.
Yeah,
It's
Writing the
recording.
we need
queries.
to yes, we need to write the queries. Okay, so we need to write the queries. We need to include that queries inside the Apex class. We need to write the query and include that code in the Apex class. Then we can retrieve all this code, whatever it may be. Then we can represent in LWC now. Whatever. Like here, the main agenda. Okay, okay, I'll tell you the thing. Like, do you remember? Like I discussed about data migration tools like data loader. Anyone remember data loader?
Yes.
Yes,
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 Venkat.
yes.
Venkat.
on
Exporting
there
data.
also on there also, like when you are exporting the data, like you can mention the query as per the requirement, as per the client requirement. You can write the query, okay, which records you need to retrieve as per the client requirement. If you know this SOQL and SOSL, then they can you can implement it. Otherwise it's very difficult for you to implement there. Okay, either it's any of the project.
Venkat, SOQL and SQL are different, right?
SQL is different, SOQL is different. Here in
Okay.
Salesforce we'll call it SOQL.
But that is
And
different
another
from SQL.
somewhat similar.
Query language,
Uh, yeah, query language. Yes,
query
somewhat
language,
similar.
search language.
Search language. Yes, and another thing is somewhat similar. Okay, even if you don't have any familiarity on that particular things, also, no worries. I'll teach it. Okay, I'll teach
Venkat, small doubt. Hello.
assignments. I'll derive multiple examples. Okay, to cover the basics as well as our project educational application. Apart from this, I'll also give the examples. Okay, whatever which I given in my previous classes as like that only. Okay, I'll give assignments here. Okay, like how to insert, how to update. These are the DML, delayed, undelayed, much. I'll explain everything with multiple examples, and also we'll give the assignments also. Okay, and also database operations. And also I'll tell you, like So 1 minute everyone, as per the wish everyone. Okay, like can I give the interview questions like module wise or like after completion of the class? Module wise or after
Module
completion
wise.
of the class?
Module wise is better, I think.
Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
module wise
Yes,
better.
Venkat.
Correct.
Venkat,
Okay, then
module wise.
fine. Okay, for admin I given entire questions, but here I'll give the module wise questions. Okay, like on that particular module, what are the things are important, I'll give you. Okay, after completion of that module, like I'll share that appropriate interview questions in their your WhatsApp groups. Okay, everyone have their required WhatsApp groups. Okay, the people who did not add it also they will add. Okay, the people who are new. Okay, after completion of the registrations, if you can add, I'll give you module wise. Then it should be better. Everyone will study. Okay, like they will study more, whatever it may. Yeah, it's good. With the answers as well as the questions, module wise, I'll give you. Yeah. After completion of entire class, like I'll create a notepad file, in that I'll apply the things. Okay. Yeah. So here some of the interview questions they will ask and some of the queries they will ask. Like in interviews, they will ask you to share the, like they will ask the admin questions. Later on, they will ask you to share the screen. Sometimes they will ask SQL queries. But don't feel difficulty. I'm saying again, it will be easy one. If you practice, it will be easy one. I'll make you to think easily. Okay, because here some of the non-IT people had faced some difficulty. They call me, sir, is it easy? Okay, or I can survive. Like I think some of the people had called me and they messaged me, and I think hope the we complete admin, they given their best in the admin. Yeah, they given their best. And in the similar way, either non-IT or IT, any background, give the same thing in this development also. Definitely it will be easy and you can achieve the things. The background not matters, only practice matters. That is the thing I'll believe. And after that, now exact things will be started, triggers. It is most important one in every project will implement the triggers. To implement the triggers, we need to learn the SQL and SQL. We need to learn the basics of Salesforce. If you learned all this exceptional handling, if you learned all these things, then only you can implement the triggers. Otherwise it's very difficult. But I think that's why at initial 15 days I'll explain all these things, then I'll go there. More than 15 days I'll explain all these things. 15 days max, it's enough. Then I'll go to this trigger. Here, trigger events. In interviews also, they will ask. Anyone attended the development interviews here? Anyone previously attended the interviews? Trigger handler framework. Trigger context variables. No worries. If you did not attend it previously, you can attend it after completion of our LWC classes. Yeah. And also, let me try to mention best practices of the triggers. In interviews, they will ask you all these questions. And another point, they will ask you that order of execution of triggers. In interviews, they will ask you all these questions. Okay. In interviews, they will ask you all these questions. Okay, trigger events, trigger handler framework, trigger context variables, best practices or triggers, order of execution of triggers, and also they will give one scenario also. But I will explain it, no worries. We'll discuss so many scenarios here. And also to cover your basics to advanced level. The same thing, and another thing, I'll give the assignments. Take your time. Take your time. And I'm not making you to hurry buddy. Take your time. I'll give the assignment answers. But I will not give immediately. Take your time, practice it. Then later on, after some time, I'll give you. Because if I given directly the assignment answers, so definitely so what as a human mind will take the answers from there. But if I did not given answers means you'll think from your side. Okay, you will think from your side. That is the thing. No worries, either it taken some time or whatever it may be. And after that, I'll discuss the examples. How how the how the real time structures, how we can use triggers in real time with incidents. I'll show the file also. What I'll explain. E-commerce, banking, how the things, telecom. Is my screen is visible to everyone? Is my
Yes,
screen
Yes,
is
Venkat.
Venkat.
visible to
Yes.
everyone? Yeah. Like by
Yes,
seeing
sir.
this user story, like this, but seeing this user story, the people will uh, fear. First of all, leave your fear. After completion of all these so many scenarios, it will be easy. Definitely, it will be easy. Okay, it will be easy. Okay, I'll explain one day for this also. Yeah. See, everyone able to see create a trigger that processes sending loan payment reminders. Because even for example, if we did not paid or like we'll get some reminders before our EMI, when a loan payment is due, we'll send like we need to get an email. For example, uh, like uh, the thing is if you did not pay EMI, okay, and also it will be updated in your website also. It is a backend. I'll explain it. No worries. Okay, it's like asynchronous program. We'll explain. There are some snippets are there. We'll explain. There are some snippets is there. I will explain it on the. Okay. And later on, I'll go with asynchronous programming. I will ask you one question. Okay, we are dealing with single record or multiple thousands lakhs of records in real time. Sirisha,
Multiple
Sravani,
records.
anyone? Yes. Is it Jyoti? We are dealing with multiple records. Is it?
Yes, we are.
Because we want to send. Yeah. We want to
Yes.
send an yeah. Yes. We want to send a payment reminder. Okay, so we don't have a single record. We have 1,000 people, lakhs of people. We cannot estimate. But due to some government limits limitation, okay, there are some limited storages available to handle this, to send an email, to handle multiple amount of records. Asynchronous programming has been came into there to handle the asynchronous programming, but you need to be cover all these particular basics as well as all these things. Okay, in development in admin part, like one class is not dependent to another class, but here, okay, if we learn the basics of Salesforce, we learn the exception handling, we learn the SOK and SOSL, and then we learn the email programming. Then you can have get some familiarity in the triggers and asynchronous programming. But in admin part, like one concept is dependent to another concept, but it gets somewhat similar. So don't worry, please try to practice day by day. You'll get everything familiar and everything easy. So here I'll explain. So batch. And also, so for our educational destination educational application, we'll cover the scenarios. Okay, for our project point of view, batch apex, schedule apex, queuable apex, future method. I'll take everything with multiple examples. Apex queue, apex queue, cron expressions. Okay, so this batch apex is very easy. In real time we need to do. I'll give the tricks also. I'll give the tricks also. Yeah, you can easily survive there. And any project, I'm saying that, okay, any project, like we have this particular asynchronous programming triggers, it is common everywhere, I'm saying everywhere. No changes on this framework of developments. That's it. I'll take multiple examples. We'll give the assignments, and also we'll cover We'll cover different scenarios on each and every concept from asynchronous programming. Like I'll give this, whatever it may be. Yeah. Yeah, this notes I prepared it in a structured manner. I'll give this after completion of the class. On this asynchronous programming, I'll give you. Okay. Yeah, then at last. I will ask you one question. Okay, like as a developer, we are creating the codes and we are developing the things. We are doing multiple things. Okay, so we need to test or not. Lakshmi Prasanna, we need to test or not.
Yes, Venkat.
I think presently you are working as a manual tester. Okay, like developer had been do unit testing. Okay, so manual test is nothing but testing is nothing but after completion of the development, then the testing team will be verify whether the code or snippets are working fine as per the requirement or
Yes.
not.
Yes, we should.
Test classes will write will write.
So Venkat, where this code will be saved? See, to
Yeah,
access
Alex.
complete team members.
Are you able to see the org? Are you able to see the org?
Which
Click
one?
on developer console. Org.
Okay.
Are you able to see the developer console?
Yes, yes.
You can able to see the codes, all the codes from here. Where is the thing? Here is. I'm closing. You can open all the classes, everything. I'll explain, don't worry. I'll take the screenshots also. Okay. I'll take the screenshots and I'll provide you the screenshots. Here you can develop the figures and what are the synchronous programming classes, Apex classes, everything you can observe here from here. And we have different types of objects, account, contact, each and every details also you can verify here. If you want to involve that objects in your Apex classes, you can involve that appropriate information in your Apex classes also, like
Yeah,
this.
do we need to import libraries?
No need of importing any libraries. Okay, no need of importing any libraries. In LWC, we can import the libraries. Okay, here we are not importing any libraries. Okay, in LWC, we are importing the libraries. And another thing is V of pages. It has been invented in 2010 for classic. Now we are not using, but I'll explain. But I will explain this. But we'll explain. Okay, with multiple examples. Yeah. Then after completion of all these things, I'll start with integration. We'll start the integration. Under the integration, I'll discuss API integration, REST API integration, okay, like external API integration, okay, external API integration. I'll discuss with, and also I'll discuss the REST API, okay, REST API with multiple examples, and creating web services, creating multiple web services, and also apart from this, I will also explain you can integrate with any of the external web service by using OAuth authentication. Yeah, I'll explain all these particular things and also I'll explain integrating with Postman and Workbench. And Workbench, I'll explain this also. Naveen,
Yeah, Venkat.
like we'll create a web service. Okay, like you asked 200, find out some errors, no, some code, something.
Yeah.
Like when we are retrieving the code from Postman or Workbench, okay, if the data is retrieved from the Salesforce, okay, from the server side, then we'll get 200. Okay, on that particular day. For example, when it is facing some issues when they are retrieving the data. Maybe web service is wrong something. Then unable to retrieve with some code finally. On that particular time, we'll get these error codes or whatever it may be. You told
Okay.
previously.
Do we use Postman also? Yeah.
We can use Postman also when I'm dealing with integration. Yes. When I'm dealing with integration, I'll use Postman. For your kind understanding, I'll use this particular Postman to connect with Salesforce. It will be easy for you. For example, if the same Postman is used in real time. Yeah. Postman is similar for each and every project, either it's Java, Python, .NET. What is the project? Like integration is common. Okay, REST API is common. Yeah.
So how many tools or application do we use for Salesforce, uh, Venkat?
Uh, Mostly in every project we use in for integration purpose. Like we have different tools, either external system is either Java, Python, anything, but process is same. Process is same. REST API will create the web service. Process is same. Okay, like here external API also, any API process is same. Okay, just we'll modify the endpoint URL. Okay, I'll discuss everything with codes. I'll give you. Then as per the requirement, you can modify it. And mostly we'll use Postman and Workbench only. Yeah, as per the projects, every time we can use Workbench only. Sometimes Postman.
Hello,
Rarely other
Venkat.
applications. Yes, yes.
Uh, do we use here JSONs and XMLs?
Yeah, like REST API has been designed using JSON. I'll
JSON.
tell you. Yeah, like previously, a long ago, SOAP API will be used because it's in older systems. But nowadays, REST API is only used. It is a JSON updated version. REST API designed using JSON. I'll explain. REST API version programming language is JSON. SOAP API is XML, but nowadays the projects are not been using. They are using REST API only. I'll explain why JSON is used, why to integrate, how the reason, why the reason. Everything will tell you. No worries. Even the people who don't have familiarity also, first of all, leave your fear. Okay, and there I'll help you. I promise it that. Okay, like definitely in admin, I'll give my best. Even everyone will try to practice and they will practice. Yes, the same way it has been done. In the similarly, the development also, integration also the same thing. And the LWC also the same thing, it will be followed every day from end to end. Okay, and another point I want to erase. Okay, the people who complete admin, so please complete the development also. Then only you'll get some 100% understanding. Okay, like LWC everything. Because definitely will feature. Like I know that the people will face difficulty if you don't know the development. Okay. So listen the classes if you are interested. Kindly, I think it's important, not important, very important. Development LWC everything, end-to-end course from scratch, beginning to advanced level. Yeah. Want to convey this is the thing. Yeah, hope this is about today's class on development. The things, what are the topics which I'm going to be teached. Anyone have any queries? Anyone have any queries?
Hello, Venkat.
Yes, Sirisha.
Yeah, like I have joined for development, right? So, can I get any document to um,
Create
clear
an object.
some
This.
prerequisites to create the
Yeah,
application?
I'll send you. I'll send you objects as well as a relationship, Sirisha, whatever it is.
Oh, okay.
The people
Okay.
who joined a newly development, I'll send you like hiring manager, like whatever which we created on the admin, like objects, creations, everything. Because objects and relationships are important for this development, we'll send you that particular things. Okay, if anyone not created also, create it. Okay.